Hey YouTube, it's SolPrime13 with another video review. Today we're going to be looking at the Age of the Primes, the 13 Solus Prime, and been looking forward to this one for a little while, and I have a little bit of mixed feelings, but overall this is a pretty neat figure. And we'll start off here with the packaging. Here we got the Age of the Primes logo, the 13 Solus Prime. There she is with her hammer. There is a render of her vehicle mode. Got that statue artwork on that side. There we got her looking all badass again on that side. And here we have our obligatory product shots. There she is with the hammer, her artifact highlight, the forge, just her name on the top, legal jargon on the bottom, and that is it for the packaging. We also get our lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. And we'll take a quick look at the figure. And she does have some nice detailing in her robot mode. I really do like those highlights of gold paint, especially on her forge apron and shoulder pauldrons. Does have a little bit on her head crest, as well as some blue for the eyes. Actually, that might be a bit more of a turquoise, but it does look good. We got our vehicle cab and all our wheels there on the back, but overall looks good. And she does have some nice molded hair detail, so it's a little bit to the feminine side of our very first fembot. And I mean, they're probably like wires or something, not actual hair, but who knows. But yeah, not too shabby. And we do get her relic, her artifact, the Forge of Solus Prime. It does come packed in 3 parts. The handle, this grenade pommel, and the hammer head. And yeah, you just tab all that together. And she can hold the grenade in her hand separately if you want. And you can store the hammer on her back. That you can flip out this little tab here, and it'll just go right into this little circular molded spot, like so. And that does bring me to the this part here is supposed to tab into her back, but it has that lovely tabs but untabs feature that we all love. So woo. Fortunately, it doesn't shake around too easily, so like, oop. The joint it's on is pretty stiff, so it's not as big of a deal as it could be. We'll put that back together. Now let's do a couple of size compare. Oh wait, I should probably put this in her hand to complete the look. What am I doing? Give her hammer, and now we'll do some size comparisons. So, first let's do TF1 Bumblebee, the Studio Series 1, since the primes are featured in that. And then see another Age of the Primes figure, Air Raid. And of course we got to do our love interest. And we'll bring in the other primes from the line that we have so far. So yeah, looking pretty good overall. Try and get him out of the shot. Anywho, and there is something neat. If you happen to have this forge of Solus Prime. This is the APC one. It came with the bulkhead they recently released. So you can hold that too. It's the right size, so you can get double the hammer time. And who doesn't like hammer time? Ah! Who doesn't like hammer time? Yeah, wanted to mention that. Go ahead and get that out of the way. And as far as articulation goes, her shoulders can do a full 360. They can move in and out. The shoulder pauldrons are on a sort of double hinge. The arms can only go that far up. As you can see, they're on a pivot here that's attached to that shoulder base. She does have 90 degrees at the elbow. Ball jointed hands, so you get some decent movement there. I believe we have a yes, actually the skirt does move with it. Waist swivel. Do have a ball jointed head, and this neck platform does move around too, so you can get some more up and down if you really want. We do get 90 degrees at the knee. Do have a ankle swivel as well as a thigh swivel. Oh, and we do get an elbow swivel. And then we do have some ankle tilt here, though it's at right at the base of the foot, and it feels kind of weird. It feels like it's not her whole foot moving, because it feels like this whole purple section should be your foot, but it's just the silver part. But it is what it is. And am I missing anything? Don't think so. So there we have her articulation. And yeah, I think that's about it for her robot mode. So we're gonna go ahead and snag this hammer back, and then we'll just put that off to the side. And there are a couple columns I have with the transformation, but we'll get to that here shortly. So first thing we want to do is we're going to detach the skirt parts. They tab together. You're going to bring this part up, and then you're going to rotate it forward. And then you're going to move the other parts above it, rotate it back, and then they're going to sit on top. Then going to sort of bring up these shoulder pads, come back here and lift the whole cab section here, and you kind of want to, it's on a double hinge down here, and you're going to want to bring it up so that you have enough room to bring this up. And then you're going to fold her head back inside like that. Then you're going to bring that up a little bit more. Then we want to come down here to the waist, and we're going to rotate that whole section because we want the apron part here. Then we're going to, oh, I totally forgot, she has butterfly joints on her shoulders. I totally forgot to mention that. But you're going to bring the arms forward at those butterfly joints, like so. We're just going to set those there for now. Gonna come here to the feet, and the wheel will fold out to the side, and then we're gonna come here to the foot, and you're gonna rotate that until it's flat, and then you're gonna fold that wheel back, and then you're gonna bring it, rotate it out to the side, and then you can rotate or bend the knee, and then this extra joint at like the calf. And then you want this tab right here to tab into her thigh. And you can sort of see there's a little groove carved out for the foot, like so. And we're going to rinse and repeat that. So we're going to come over here, fold open the wheel, fold in that foot piece, and then fold all of this up, And yeah, these mushroom pegs do tend to pop off a fair bit, and that's another issue she has. And well, yep, see, and I just knocked something off the table. Okay. And yeah, this side definitely pops off more than the other, but it is possible for both sides to just sort of go for a hike. Just trying. Oh, got it backwards. And we just want to tab that in. There we go. Then there's a little tab and slot here on the tops of her feet that will hook the leg together. Just sort of flatten that out now. Flatten this out. And we want to come here to the shoulder pad, and you want to come here to where this gold circle is, and this whole thing will rotate around, and then it has a soft locking point up here. You're going to do that for both sides. And what you want to do is you want to use that double hinge to bring this over her shoulder joint, like so, like that. Bring it up and over, and this side always gives me a bit more trouble. There we go. But yeah, just make sure that it'll sit flush there on the side there. Now we come to the arms, and we want to open up this panel here, and then we fold in the fist. And so this is probably the most finicky, annoying part. There is a tiny little slot you can see here that goes onto this tab right here, and it really doesn't like to hold on at first, so you sort of got to start on that tab, and then this tab right here next to the panel joint, I don't know how well you can see that, it's right here. Maybe if I do it, it's like right there, goes into her hip here. So you sort of want to start this one and then move that one into the hip, and that'll sort of help it hold on securely. So now, yeah, there it goes. Now it's actually in there securely. And yeah, you don't want to try and fiddle with it too much, because that'll pop out of place pretty easily if you mess with it too much. But anyway, we want to rinse and repeat. We're going to bring this over. We're going to start the little tab. And then bring this down. And yep, see, that just popped off the panel instead. Does that a lot. There are a lot of little finicky bits with this, because yeah, I had to make all sorts of little panels. Yeah, just try and get that started, push that. Yep, nope, see, now it doesn't wanna. There, did we get it? Yeah, we got it. And you can see how they are forming lovely little stress marks. Well, maybe you can't see that, but it is. Slowly stressing it out, and that will probably break, so probably gonna be a shelf only figure, this one, which is a bummer, because this is our first Solus Prime. I would have liked to have been able to mess with her a lot more, but yeah, she's flawed, very flawed. But there we have her in her vehicle mode. This is some sort of Cybertronian truck, car truck, is the best way I can describe it. Definitely a truck. And we can take her hammer and store that. This time we take this tab on the side of the hammer, plug it in here to her calf. It'll sit like this. Given if you want, you can still tab it up here as like sort of a tank gun or something if you want. It's not as secure as this, but it'll still hold. But there we have her in her vehicle mode. And we'll do a couple of size comparisons here. So here we have her next to the recent reissue Bumblebee. And I thought I had one more small, I guess not. But here's the important one everyone cares about. Here she is next to her boyfriend. That's how they look together. And yeah, like her robot mode is fun, and her vehicle mode is definitely a cool design, but it's the joint tolerances and, well, rather the lack of tolerances really, and the fact that these panels are already stressing. I've only transformed her like 2 or 3 times, but yeah, like there's just a lot of weak points in the actual structure. It seems to be a structural issue, and not like quality control, because I've heard other people talking about those issues. It definitely is a bummer, because at its core this is a cool figure, but it's just poorly executed. But it is what it is. Not much we the consumers can do about it, aside from not buying it. But the fact that everywhere I go, Age of the Primes has been sold out, except for in a few online stores, shows that we're still willing to go for it, especially when it's a neat new design. And really, like, I wish this was better. I do, because like it's a really cool design of a really interesting character, and like she deserves better. She deserves better. But yeah, if you're not super interested in collecting the 13 that they're doing, or you know, maybe you just don't like this design, you can pass on it. Hopefully they'll do a different Solus Prime in the next few years, but yeah, this one is close but no cigar, really. It's they missed the mark just ever so slightly. They really had like a cool concept going, but yeah, just the execution is not good. So it's a little disappointing, but yeah, if you're looking for one of these to just like keep on your shelf or something, like, go for it. I mean, she looks awesome. It's just the transformation and holding it together and stuff that's the problem. But I think I've ranted enough. So that's pretty much about it for my review here of the 13 Solus Prime. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.